Oh hey, another trailer, and this one actually showed something. But let's talk about the name real quick, since we actually have one now. For those of you who might not be aware, the BT series in Japan was the Sparking series, which means they decided to just use the Japanese name for the series for this game. It's still basically BT. The first thing that stood out to me is we can now see the developer of the game is Spike. So we don't have a new company doing the development. Well, it has been like 16 years and there was a company merger. Still, I do like seeing the name there anyway. It does at the very least make me think they're trying to make this a true sequel rather than just make a cash grab on the franchise name. So let's look at that trailer and see what they want to show us. Let's start with the characters and get that out of the way real quick. They showed off Vegeta, Frieza, Cell, Fat Boo, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Piccolo, Trunks, another Trunks, 18 Hercule, Jiren, and Bergamo. So no surprises there, except Bergamo. There is one of the random characters I thought would be in the game actually showing up. Largely focusing on the Tournament of Power in terms of outfits and what they showed off, but we did get Yamcha in his Saiyan Saga outfit and Trunks from the Cell Saga and Super. So apart from needing to show us some Saiyan Saga, we pretty much have the whole set of Z there. Also, since it took so long between trailers and we still don't have a release date yet, it doesn't seem crazy for me to say that the roster I made of the announcement was too small, as this development cycle seems to be longer than normal. So that'll be nice if it's true. Aside from one of the characters, none of that was unexpected. But we got to see some of the gameplay, or at least the presentation. Graphically, the game looks amazing. The first thing that struck me was the black and white effect that got added when doing big hits. Apart from making some screenshots just look really cool, it also makes the hits just hit that much harder. You hit someone so hard you knock the color out of the world. That's what we need in our DBZ games. Speaking of color, the lighting on the attacks is just wonderful. The way attacks clearly color and light up the screen and the arena as they are fired and then fly across the map is just wonderful. The most impressive part of this little exchange between Goku and Vegeta, though, was the beam deflection. While they didn't show off much in terms of the actual fighting or mechanics in this trailer, they were certain to show off that you can deflect supers. Also, this has been greatly enhanced. The effects that you can see when you slow this section down really get me hyped for what this game will be able to do. The ground breaking under Vegeta as he catches the blast itself being deflected in real time, and even destroying part of the stage as it flies away harmlessly. No stage will survive a fight intact in this game if that's any indication. Which brings us to the ultimate in stage destruction, blowing up the planet you're on. Thankfully, Frieza is around to not only show us another superb looking attack, but he doesn't screw up this time and actually shows up an outstanding planet explosion effect. This really is a game that only gets better from watching the attacks happen in slow motion to really take in all the effects that they have now. Sadly though, it isn't all great. I don't want to drag things down, but the auras. There are not many shots of them, and maybe they're not done yet, however, they don't look right here. In particular, this shot of Vegeta. The aura doesn't look centered. It also seems a bit weak, like it's too small. An aura should show strength, and I hope that these get improved upon. So what's the takeaway here? Yeah, this really does look like exactly what we all wanted. As long as that Bergamo being in the game is an indication of how large the roster will be, instead of it just focusing on the Tournament of Power and not having much outside of it, this is looking to be very promising. Here's hoping there isn't another 9 months of no news again though.
Man.